What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lex P.
And it's your girl, Dre and Nicole.
And you are tuned in to another episode of Poor Minds,
where a drunk mind speaks sober thought.
And we have a very special guest today.
Yeah, we do have a guest.
I love when we have guests.
Yeah, we love it.
So let me just apologize ahead of time, because this ain't wine in our cup today.
Hey, do your thing.
Okay, because I'm just letting you know we might get a little rowdy now.
Right.
Okay, so let everybody know who you are and what you got going on for us today.
So I go by 19 Keys. I consider myself to be a thought leader. You understand me? Entrepreneur, amongst other different things. But, you know, I'm the one that shift the minds of the culture to understand wealth, tech, you understand me, the infinite mindset. And at the same time, I lead multiple movements. Okay. You understand me? So you can't say, you know, I'm the leader of leaders. You understand me?
I like that.
Behind the scenes, I'm the one that get people to move in a certain direction. Okay. You feel me? Even those that often get money and, you know, start to see themselves with a level of success, after that, they don't know what to do next. Right. You understand me? So I try to encourage us to have a bigger vision. You understand me? So I'm consistently pushing us forward to where we need to be so we can actually have some power.
I feel like you have a way with words.
Right.
I do all right with
you know, like you talking cursive. I like that. I like that. I feel smart already. Okay, so first, before we get started, I love when people come in here and bring gifts. Yes. So you brought us these books. Now, this is a book that you wrote.
That's correct.
Okay, so tell us about this book.
So this Paradigm Key. So Paradigm is basically being able to change up your habits. Okay. You understand me? So that you can improve and become a new person. So it's solution-based mind reprogramming, meaning I put some very simplistic, simple steps that you can utilize to start reprogramming stuff. I always get these frequently asked questions, so I decided to put it in a quick book format that can be a tool for people when they go through it, transform the mind, and they can start on their journey.
Okay, because I know a lot of times, like me and Dre always go back and forth with it, because she's like the kind of person that believes like whatever you say you want to do, you can put your mind to it and you can get it done. And I'm more so of a person, I'm like, no, that shit is like, the system is not built for us to be successful. So we go back and forth about that a lot. So what do you think about that?
I think both are true. You understand me? Just because it's not built for us to be successful don't mean that we can't be. Right? I feel like you got to make sure that your knowledge match your ego. Okay. You understand me? I think people start building up an ego on what they can do, but they don't actually have the skill sets to get it done. Right. You understand me? So a lot of times is, you know, the idea of impossible is basically putting fear into somebody. And then once you believe it, you create that limit for yourself. Right? Because if you study throughout time in history, there's been amazing black men and women who done incredible things, but for the most part, we probably don't even know who they are. Right. You understand me? I'm talking about men and women throughout history, through every decade, that have made tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, we don't even know.
And defied the odds. Okay. But if you impressed upon that in your program, then of course you know it's possible now. So every limiting thought now has a use case, or now has a correlating thought to be like, actually, shit, what I'm thinking is some bullshit because bruh or sis did this. So therefore, for me though, if somebody else did it, then I know it's possible for me. Right. You understand me?
Like, and that's what I always kind of say too. I feel like a lot of people limit themselves and they don't think that they can accomplish certain things because they didn't grow up seeing other people like them with their same skin color doing these things. So they think it's impossible.
Yeah. What you do frequently becomes your frequency. Right. You understand me? So what you see and what you're around, that becomes who you are. For the most part, environment is stronger than nature. So it teaches the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, man. So if you're in a certain environment, a lot of people think about peer pressure only in the bad sense, but you can have good peer pressure if you're around peers that's pushing you towards things beyond your current limits.
Right, I agree with
So
that.
some people are stuck by the sight of their environment, but it's the imagination where you start to believe upon things that can be done. And if you force yourself and you consolidate that idea in your head, like this becomes a real hardened belief, then you gonna make it happen. Right. You understand me? You only do what you believe. That's just a simple fact of life.
I agree. But that's kind of where I feel like we always have like the disagreement, because I feel like you only can accomplish in life what you feel like you can accomplish. When most people don't accomplish things, it's because they literally just don't feel like they're worthy.
That's a limited belief system.
I feel like no matter, whatever you think you're worthy of, that's what you're going to get out of this life.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but let me ask you this, because I've asked this before, because Trap Pack came on a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock with him tomorrow, man.
Yeah, and I was just, I feel like, though, a lot of times, especially black people, we get caught up in this cycle. Like, you know, if you think about somebody who is a single parent and they have children, they're working a 9 to 5, it's like, how can they get out of that cycle to, you know, go on and do better things if they're, you know, living paycheck to paycheck?
I think it comes down to environment and education. You understand me? That everybody right now has the same ability to go on their phone and the internet and decide what they want to look at. Right? Now, what you water grows, right? Basically, whatever you give attention to is what you go produce. You understand me? So some people, if you go look at their screen time, they didn't put no attention towards anything that have anything to do with a golden vision. Then afterwards, they spend all their time complaining about the lack of things that exist in their reality. So for the first part is you got to take accountability. You understand me? How you educating yourself? How do you put new experiences in your environment to where it forces you to think and grow in different dynamics?
Right.
Because if not, like, I'm not going to put that on the 1%. I'm not going to put that on the government. I'm not going to put that on the white man, at least not anymore, because we now live in an environment where we got access to everything that we need. So for me, if I can help you change what you think, you understand me, then I can help you change your mind. Right? And then that helps you change your world, because your world is different than my world. It's just what you think on a daily basis.
Right.
So do you feel like a lot of people are where they are in life because what they're consuming, like the content they consume online?
I think most people are slaves to what they consume. They don't actually know that they have power to change what they consume.
Right.
You understand me? Like, come on now. We know Baller Alert and Shade Room stay popping. We go look at, you know, some of the things that pop off the most, and we in a recession right now. You know, most of the families that are poor is only going to get poor. Right? But they not saying that, oh, we're in a recession, let me go learn and educate myself so that I can have more skill sets in the family. The family don't know financial literacy, don't know how to set up a trust, don't know how to set up life insurance, don't know how to invest in gold, don't understand crypto, NFTs, Web3, business, marketing,
I don't know
branding.
Nothing you just said, but I'm going
what I'm
with
saying.
it.
So
I don't know either.
That's the list of things. Like, if you simply change what you pay attention to, you change what you produce.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people just have like a woe is me type of mindset and mentality. And again, like you said, like when people come home from work, even though people are working 9 to 5s, okay, when you come home from work, you spending most of your time not at work.
Right.
Yeah.
When you come home, what are you consuming while you at home? You probably watching TV. And not watching educational stuff, you know what I mean? But you probably watching Netflix, watching shows on Netflix.
And I feel it. I get caught up in things too, and then I remind myself, like, damn, if I get caught up, then I know that the average person definitely gets stuck.
Oh, yeah.
You understand me? And you just in a loop. And then everybody's job is to keep you entertained and paying attention to them, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
Like the person that makes $1 billion, you understand me, or $1 million, they don't care if you're rich or poor. So they're going to make more programming to make themselves rich. And you're going to enjoy that all day long while staying poor. So for the most part, you have to decide what you want. You understand me? If you want the same life that you live in, keep doing the same things you're doing. If you want another life, then change your habits. And then most of the time, it starts with like a fast. You got to take a break.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this, because look, we ain't even got to the topic yet. So do you feel that people can like choose their moods as far as like, you know, dealing with like depression or like happiness? Because just like you said, training your mind, I feel like it's the same way with moods, because I was having a conversation with someone the other day and they were like, you literally are choosing to be sad. Like you're choosing to lay in bed all day and you're choosing that. But I don't feel like sometimes it's a choice. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'm not necessarily, I mean, I don't know.
Because if it's not a choice, it got to be destiny that they depressed.
I mean, that's what I'm asking. Because I mean, if you have
think it's
something
destiny
going,
that people are depressed, stressing with anxiety?
Hell no. I feel like it's a choice. I feel like unfortunately fucked up shit happen to all of us. Like that's life. Fucked up shit happen to all of us. It's about how you choose to deal with the things that happen to you. Again, I'm not really the type of person that has a lot of empathy, which is gonna sound bad for like woe is me type of people, right? Because I feel like everybody goes through fucked up shit, but how I chose to deal with it and how you chose to deal with it is the difference.
Right. I think, you know, unfortunately, we all go through different things. The average person do an ACEs test, a child adverse experiences. They going to test very high, right? Okay. And those high numbers basically said that you likely to end up with disease, mental health, in prison, whatever it may be. And that happens from things that you go through with trauma situations when you were a child, right? Whether you felt abandoned, your parents had divorces, you've been to jail, different things go grade you to become higher. If the average person really tests themselves, they're like, damn, okay. When you talk about destiny, it was not destiny, it was just the environment and the way that you was programmed. From the ages of like 3 to 7, that start to train you of who you gonna be. Okay. Like most of the things that adults do is because, they were programmed that way from when they was a child. You understand me? And so most of the time you got to take a review of your childhood to start to change your adulthood. Okay. You understand me? So you here as an adult left with limited resources to make changes because you never reviewed how you even got to those habits in the first place.
Okay, but I mean, if you think about it, like 2 kids being raised in the same exact household, one can grow up to be like a serial killer and the other one is just like perfectly normal.
That's a great example.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, well, I'm just saying, like when I think about people being completely polar opposites, so like it does happen. So sometimes I feel like I don't necessarily know if somebody's environment or the things that they learn has everything to do with how they...
Being a psychopath, you understand me, definitely means something happened to you as a child, right? Or you have parents that were psychopaths, so you predisposed to it within your DNA. But most of the time it's something that happened to that child. Because you may have grown up with that person, but y'all still could have had different experiences. Okay. Right? Somebody could touch somebody as a little child and that changes their trajectory and their path forever. Right? But for the most part, when you start to judge y'all experiences, you're like, well, we grew up in the same house, we had the same things. You wasn't there for that moment. You understand me? It can be the slightest thing that changed. Plus, we different personality types. You understand me? Just different strengths and weaknesses. Right. So one environment could be geared towards a person's strength. Right? I make this example all the time. It's like if you grew up in a hood and average person is a drug dealer or a rapper and that's what you see as success, then you may want to sell drugs, you may want to do rap. Right? But you might not be good at selling and you might not be musically inclined. So your goal may be towards your weaknesses instead of your strengths. Right, okay. So a lot of people grow up in environments and sometimes they have goals that have nothing to do with their actual edge in life and what their strength is. Okay. And they never develop or nurture their strengths because they never know themselves.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like what you watch on TV, just like when you read in books, your friendships are something that you're consuming too. Right. And I feel like a lot of the time people stay where they are in life because of the people that they choose to surround themselves with. I feel like your friends, the people you surround yourself with, your family, all have a lot to do with your mental health as well too. Like if you around somebody who's always negative and who don't ever have nothing positive to say or they're not doing anything positive with their life, you know what I mean? How can you expect to not be depressed if this is what you're consuming every day?
Right.
Friends and family is very interesting words, right? Because I only believe in family in the sense that we got a reciprocal relationship. Right. You understand me? If we not building together, we not growing in that capacity, then you just a relative. You're not really family, right? It's the same thing with friends because you got friends, then you got associates, right? But oftentimes people keep friends that no longer benefit them. You understand me? It's like you may have a closet full of old clothes. You might have outgrown them, never wear them again, but you keep them. The nostalgia of them. You understand me? You just have them in your closet. And sometimes we got friends like that. We keep around. They was cool for my old self when I went out like that, when I was interested in those subjects. But now that I've grown, I'm in a new vision. I got new goals. Now that friend ain't got shit to do with this. Right. When we talk, we can never talk about things that's aligned with purpose or anything of that nature. We always got to revert back to my old self just so we can have interest in between each other. So it's like that old friend thing, you got to learn how to cut people off and then know when you need to cut yourself off because sometimes you could be the toxic friend.
Yeah, I mean, and I also just feel like it's about knowing what categories to put people in. I actually was just tweeting about this yesterday because I've been going to the sauna every day for like the past 3 weeks, and every time I'm in there, most of the time I'm listening to like motivational speeches and stuff. And I just was listening to this speech by T.D. Jakes, and he was talking about knowing what categories to put your friends in.
That's a fact.
You have confidants, you have constituents, and then you have comrades. And you have to know what category to put people in because not knowing what category to put them in is going to always fuck you up because constituents are people that are usually users, opportunities. They're around because they're for the same cause as you, but they're not really for you. Your confidants are the people that are for you, but if you're lucky, you only going to probably have 2 or 3 of them in your lifetime. and most people not gonna even have 2 or 3.
Right.
And then your comrades are people that's not even for you. They're people that's just y'all have a common enemy or a common goal, and they gonna be around until y'all accomplish their goal. Then they gonna dip out on you. And I feel like a lot of people have make the mistake of thinking that constituents and comrades are their confidants. And that's where you fuck up. Because you spending too much time with these people. It's not even necessarily that you gotta cut them off, but you just gotta limit your interaction with them.
Yeah, I think what happens is if you have a false expectation of people when you got them placed in the wrong category. Right. And when people don't meet that expectation, then that's when you get depressed. Right. And so putting them in the right category, saying that, damn, I don't have that expectation of you, so when you don't meet that, then I don't have no issue. Right. So that's why
I said that yesterday on the phone. I just told her that yesterday on the phone.
Okay, so real quick, before we get into these topics, I want to go back to something that you said. You said that a lot of times if people grow up and all they seeing is rappers and drug dealers, that's what they want to do, but it may be emphasizing on their weakness and they're not focusing on what's in their right path. And we talk about this a lot. A lot of people are focusing on like things that they're not good at. You know, they want to do something, but it's like, this is not your lane. So how do we find what we're good at? Because I feel like everybody has a talent, but a lot of people aren't blessed to find what they're good at. So how can somebody tap in and like really try to discover like their talent or what they're good at and something that they can focus on?
There's multiple different ways. One that I've been focusing on lately is taking a personality test.
Okay.
It's simple, but what it does is it categorizes things towards your strengths in a way that you view, see, and perceive the world.
Okay.
You understand me? Some people may have a rare personality type and they may feel misunderstood, but that's because you may be misunderstood because most people probably never run into your type of personality. You understand me? The way you see, perceive, do, feel, and judge things. And so that's one category. But at the same time, I also believe that people need to detox and fast from the things that they do. Right, to start seeing things that they actually align with. Once you start to give up the things that you do on a regular basis and you start to become clear, now you start to attract things from a clear place. But you're only doing things because that's what you normally do. You understand me? You never really spent time with actually learning what your true tastes are. Right? And, you know, they always say, if you can do something, think about whether you'll do it for free. Right? Those are things that you love to do. You understand me? If you would do it for free, that means you really love to do it. And if you can build a business and you can build things around that, the same thing with friends. You got categories that you just love talking about all the time. And then you find other people that love to talk. They'd be on the phone with you for 5 hours talking about that shit. You understand me? So, but you start to build up your life around things that are your strengths and are your interests. Right? But a lot of people never actually take control of their reality. Right? Because you've been knowing people for so long, you think that you got to keep knowing them. Right? So for me, it's like, nah, do you know this person that I am? Right? Because I used to smoke, I used to drink, I don't do that. So now I got to find people, you understand me, that honor that or on that same path. You understand me? Now I'm focused on money, I'm focused on the market, I'm focused on kinship, I'm focused on community. I got to find things that are aligned with that. I got to have content that's aligned with that, books, you understand me? I got to go to different conferences, networking. I got to now change up my habits that fit this new person that I'm building.
Okay, that makes sense.
Agreed. I mean, I've always said that too. Like, I have no
Dre
issue.
is the queen of cutoffs.
I mean, because once you no longer align with the path that I'm on, what do you need to be around for? I think people make the mistake again of feeling like, oh, this person is a nice person. They're so nice and they're so sweet. Like, no, I shouldn't cut them off. It's like, okay, that's cool that they nice and they sweet, but if you in the same position that you was in 10 years ago, I'm not really sure that you're conducive to my growth. I'm not really sure that I need you around me.
And that's how, like, you have started to rub off on me a little bit, because I am bad with cutting people off. Like, I just be having a soft spot for people sometimes, and I'll be like, oh, well, she's so sweet, she's so right.
But like, then sweet people be leeches too. Sweet people.
Yeah, that sweet nice. I don't believe in being nice.
Yeah, me neither.
Nice, you understand me, used to mean stupid back in the day. So being nice don't make sense. So for me, it's like
not you
like
keep throwing subs.
No, I'm just saying, you feel me? Because it's like you're not gonna keep your old hair. You feel me? You go cut it off for some new growth. You feel me? So I'm just saying, you gotta treat friends like old ends.
Okay, so let's get into this first topic, because you talking about talking about things we like to talk about. So let's talk about men and money. That's what we like to talk about. She be in Kroger and don't even eat. celery. They be like, oh, yeah, I know a lot about celery.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl XP. And it's your girl Dre and Nicole.
In Dallas, we coming to see y'all on July 30th, and we turning up.
Period. I ain't from Dallas, but I D-Town Boogie.
Hey, I'm from Dallas. I eat Rudy's. Period.
They be still eating Rudy's?
I don't know, but that was on the song.
Well, if y'all do, we gonna try that shit while we out there. Period.
And we are turning up.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yes.
I love Dallas.
I love Dallas. I feel like y'all gonna show us a good time.
Yes.
We gonna turn up. We gonna have a good
it's
time.
Lit.
So July 30th, we are at Echo Lounge at Music Hall. The show starts at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. I'm telling y'all, get there on time because we have some special guests coming through. It's gonna be so lit. Let me tell y'all.
So lit. We got the new merch. We gonna have these shirts on sale.
Period. And if you ain't never been to a Poor Minds show, you ain't never had a good time. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Go to www.poorminds.com and we'll see y'all July 30th.
Period.
Okay, so we have a term on this show that we call Beady Bees. So a Beady Bee is a big dick baller, like somebody that's gonna take you out, show you a good time, take you on vacations, buy the bags, the shoes, all that good stuff. But you know, I was doing my little research. Every time we have somebody on the show, you know, we always do our
little research.
So I saw something that you were basically saying: insecure men hide behind money.
Amen.
And I feel like, you know, nowadays though, but women, we want the bosses. We want the guys with the money. We want that, you know? So it's like, I want to talk about, what do you exactly mean when you say insecure men hide behind money?
Well, that was a conversation I was having with my brother Ian Dunlap on High Level Conversations. And the conversations geared towards, you know, this idea that people believe in this high value man. My issue with that whole ideology is the fact that it don't deal with a man's principles. Okay. You understand me? Don't deal with his intellect, his ability to really take care of a family, right? Don't deal with whether that's an honorable person or not, whether a person is egotistical or whatever. It really deals with him as a socialite and the amount of money that he has and what makes that person quote unquote high value. And a lot of men, because they actually lack all of those things that are real character, right? Then they put the money out front as the reason to be attracted to them because they don't have all of those other things behind it. So it's like me, you can strip me of the gold, put on some bummy clothes, and at the same time, I'm going to have more value than any man standing around me, no matter how much money and what car he got. Because I got a different energy, and that's not something that you can buy.
Right.
You feel me? Instead of, and some men recognize that. And so when they recognize that, they say, no, well, I got the car, I got the watch, I got the money, so look at me for that, because I don't want you to see the other parts of myself that I'm lacking in.
Yeah. That is true, because I feel like sometimes, like, you know, because we always advocate, I feel like you should talk to somebody that's ambitious or has things going for themselves. I think we all want that in a partner. You know what I'm saying? But I always say at the same time, you do sometimes got to watch out for these, like, you know, Beady Bees that we talk about.
Not sometimes. You always got to watch out for them. Because
you know,
your
it's
money
a reason
is not
you
an
not with them no more.
Right.
Your money is not an indication of what type of person that you are. You know what I mean? Again, a lot of these men who do have money and stuff, they don't have no character. They don't have no morals. They're not good people.
Right.
We know that. We've dealt with guys like that. Money don't make you, like, and another thing, dudes be thinking money make you, it unlame you. You're still lame. Now you just a lame nigga with money.
Just a sucker with money.
Yeah. Now you just lame and you got money. Like, nobody gives a fuck because, and again, these men, they try to use their money as a personality trait, but if you boring, you boring.
Right.
My personality
if you're not interested.
I like that. Money ain't a personality trait.
Money is not a personality
it's
trait.
Definitely not.
If you boring, if you don't have no substance, if you don't have great conversation, money doesn't change that. And nobody wants to hear about your money all the time. Nobody wants to talk about drip and jewelry and all that shit 24/7. It's more to life
than y'all be dealing with.
I mean, we're living in Atlanta.
I feel sorry.
We're living in Atlanta, but I'm
gotta
saying,
get some gods. Y'all gotta find the gods out here with real character.
Yeah.
You understand me? Who know who they are. They got some knowledge of self, and they get into the bag at the same time. It gotta be more than just money as a principle. Because high value ain't so much just a thing. It gotta be high level. You understand me? They gotta have high level taste. They gotta have high level intelligence, high level character, high level principles, morals, values, all of those different things, and then that's how you grade. Because short term, you may get with, somebody with some money, but then eventually that go erode. Mm-hmm. You understand me? Especially for any woman that's getting her own money. Yep. You understand me? Because do you want to be depressed in a relationship or whether you want to be happy in one? Mm-hmm. Right? So if you think long term, well, I would rather suffer while being with somebody where I can have some experiences with because they got some money to provide that, then don't lie to yourself, right? Because you hoeing yourself out for a couple of dollars. That's the reality. Or do you actually want to be in a relationship that's sustainable for the long term? Then you got to find a man with character and values because that's what's going to sustain the relationship, not the money.
And I always say this because, like I said, we all want somebody who, like I said, is ambitious, takes care of their people, has things going on. But at the same time, I always talk about focus on yourself and get your money, especially as women, because I feel like everybody has this fantasy like we're gonna meet Prince Charming and we never have to work and he's just gonna take care of us. And exactly, it ain't gonna happen.
I feel like every woman wants to date a man with money, but when you start getting your own money, you value other things more than the money.
Yeah, money is an interesting tool because don't get me wrong, most divorces they break up because of money. Mm-hmm. You understand me? So I think money is a standard, but you also got to think about what you think about relationships. Mm-hmm. Relationships that's a business. When you marry somebody, that's a business.
Right.
You understand me? That's now is your partner to do business with. Y'all making transactions with. While you out handling business, she may be dealing with the kids. You understand me? Or she may be partnering with you in that business, helping with different details of that business. It depends. Y'all might have to set up a trust foundation, whatever it may be. But if you don't go into that relationship thinking about how we gonna build wealth, do we got goals, do we got visions with each other, right, and for each other, and how we gonna support each other by being in a relationship, it really don't make no sense to be in one.
Right. So, quick question. So that means that you don't believe that you should solely marry just for love?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because then you may solely divorce because of love.
Agreed.
You understand me? Yeah. Because when the love not there, what's left?
Right.
And when you understand marriages have their up and downs. You understand? Relationships is not always on the high. If you stop loving somebody, but y'all still got a business together. You understand me? Y'all got family. Y'all got properties. Y'all got these things. Y'all still have goals. That's going to be a reason that keeps y'all together through those up and down emotions. Right. It's the same thing when you got a business partner. Y'all might not like each other right now, but we got business together.
I was about to say that. We go through a very rough patch in our friendship, and I feel like we didn't really like each other at the time, but we had a common goal, and we were running a business. So we still had to every week come and do what we had to do as far as the show was concerned. But we wasn't really fucking with each other.
But that's real love though, because love is a duty.
It is.
You feel me? So y'all still established the duty y'all had towards each other because that was the real connection.
Right.
You feel me?
But I think at one point though, I will say, because like you said, it can't just be about love. But I feel like for us in our situation, even though we're not talking about like romantically, obviously.
Yeah.
But I feel like at one point it was kind of like, okay, fuck the business. We have to fix this. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I would look for that same kind of balance in a relationship as well. Like if we're doing business together, I'm not going to say necessarily fuck the business, but I just need that balance. It's like, okay, if this is going wrong, but this is going right, let's just take a break and so we can figure this out and get everything right.
Absolutely. No, it definitely, you still should love each other.
Right.
You understand me? But that shouldn't be the only foundation that keeps y'all together.
Right.
You feel me? Because then why do you love each other? You feel me? And I think that once you get to that core purpose of why we loving each other, then you know how to properly build. You understand me? Because a lot of people in relationships and they don't know why. They just in a relationship because they've been in a relationship for so long.
Or they don't want to be lonely.
Don't reevaluate like, all right, now we're in a relationship. We was at this level of maturity when we first met each other. We've grown. Have we outgrown each other, or can we continue to grow together?
You low-key you speaking a word now.
You know, I do what I do.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're reading my mind a little with my mind.
I mean, some people definitely stay in relationships because they're comfortable.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But that's not a reason to stay in a relationship.
It's not.
For a man, you want to be in a relationship that really grows you and stresses you. Not stress you out, but, stretches you to the point where if I'm with a woman, she got to help expand me. She got to be nurturing. You understand me? Like, if a woman don't have that nurturing quality, then she not in her feminine energy. To where I'm very masculine, so she can't balance me out at all.
Okay, so I have this conversation a lot about feminine energy.
Okay, let's talk.
Real quick. Look, we gonna get it started. Okay, because I feel like this. I tend to have I have a hard outer shell. You know, I tend to have, sometimes I will say like masculine energy though.
Strong personality.
Yeah, a strong personality. But just because I feel like a lot of times I meet a lot of men that don't even bring that feminine energy out in me. Like I don't feel like I don't feel safe. I don't feel protected. So I feel like a lot of times women,
you be dating in Atlanta, huh?
But no, I'm being honest though, because I feel like a lot of guys be like, oh well, not just talking about like me, but just women in general. They feel like, oh, women aren't women anymore. They're not soft anymore. But I'm like, we don't feel safe around y'all. We don't feel like we can let our guard down. We don't feel like, you know, we're protected and we're safe. So that's why we keep this guard up, and you get this hard like image of us.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I get it. All right, so it's two parts of that. Not y'all. You talking about them. You understand me? Because I'm not part of the y'all.
I know that's right.
But you know, when you're talking about them, you understand me? Number one, femininity should never be based on a man. You understand me?
Okay.
It's the same way masculinity is not based on a woman. You understand me? I'm never going to say that, damn, she didn't bring out my masculine side. Right? And so the same has to be for the opposite. A woman has to be in her feminine because that's the energy she utilized to grow things and to nurture things and produce things into reality. So femininity is not supposed to be a, if you do this, then I become this.
Okay.
Right? So once you understand that, you always in your feminine. You always learning how to utilize that energy. One example I always give, like, you know, you get with a woman, give her some plants. If she ain't got no plants, she can't take care of a plant. She can't help take care of you.
Heck, so I just put a whole bunch of plants in my house.
She got to be a plant mama. You feel me?
Mom now,
you got to be a plant mom. I'm telling you.
I have no plants.
You go to her house and everything dead. Like, how she gonna give life to something? You feel me? Like, no.
That's a good point, damn. I gotta give
you gotta see if she can nurture something, take care of something, grow something, water something.
I'm about to buy a new one.
Because nature is feminine energy.
Right.
You feel me? So first, a woman has to know how to even have that feminine, energetic quality. Well, you gotta develop one. You feel me? What you talking about? If you can't take care of a plant, how you gonna take care of a child? You understand me?
Maybe we'll get you a goldfish.
They cry.
Right, but you know, men cry on the inside sometimes.
I thought we were talking about a plant.
I know, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing, though.
Over when they need
you
to.
They
need some water.
You gotta know it's conditioning, nurturing, and loving.
Right.
You understand me? So you have to know when to condition, when to water, when to nurture, when to love, so the things around you continue to grow.
Right.
And you gotta have that energy at all times to where you're cognitive of the life around you, to where you're constantly speaking and putting life into the things around you.
Right.
Right. And so a lot of women have lost that quality because you become more masculine like a man, where you think more logical in your purpose. You understand me? But when you learn to nurture things, then everything wants to be around you because they feel that love. You understand me? And then you automatically bring that side out in a man that wants to protect that which loves him, that is nurturing him. I'm not going to let nothing happen to you. Now, certain men turn into suckers because they've been effeminized, right? We in Atlanta, so we know how that goes. It's a lot of broke wrist action. Now, because of that, you understand me, and the new waves and the new culture,
we're going to name the episode.
A lot of men don't know how to tap into their masculine side, how to think from a logical disposition. You understand me? How to go for that goal. Sometimes they end up laying under the woman, then the woman no longer wants him. Because now he's not attractive to her because he's no longer in that masculine energy. A man has to constantly be moving towards his goal and his vision in order for his woman to respect him. Right? Like, love is for women, for the most part. Like, you know, a man is not supposed to chase love in a relationship. A man is supposed to chase purpose in a relationship. Okay. You understand me? The woman chases the love in a relationship. The moment those dynamics become opposite, then they no longer attracted to each other. At least the woman no longer be attracted to him. You understand me? She busy, now he's chasing love in a relationship. Right? When he's busy, she's chasing love. Right? But instead, when he's chasing purpose, it keeps the dynamics balanced at all times. Right? And being able to learn how to love and learn how to understand those different principles, like I'm in my masculine right now, you in your feminine. Wait a minute, you in your feminine, I'm in my masculine right now, right? Like those dynamics move up and down. But when you got two people in masculine energy, that's go ahead, but you understand me? Like, nah, we can't rock. Or when the man is on his feminine, he chasing her, she busy right now, and all he want to do is be loved. She like, man, this sucking. I ain't got time for this right now. She stopped ignoring the calls. You ain't getting texts. She scrolling down 19 Keys feed, trying to get some advice on this.
I know that's
you
right.
Feel me? She opened it up Paradox. She wants some solutions to this problem.
You a little messy.
Nah. I'm the cleaner. You feel me? I couldn't clean up the mess. You feel me?
No, yeah, I do feel like when you're in relationships, though, you always supposed to exude feminine energy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I do that in a relationship, like when I'm with. Life. But it's hard.
But
for me,
yeah, in life too. Yeah. I do feel like in most of your interactions with me and you are supposed to.
Yeah, and I just
feminine energy.
Because you gotta have big womb energy. Because y'all talking about big womb energy. You feel me? Y'all talking about a man. Hold on. Y'all saying a man got big dick energy. You ain't got no big womb energy?
I've never
What we talking about?
Not the BWE. Period.
What we talking about?
I like that.
You ain't got no big womb energy.
I start telling niggas that I got big womb energy.
You feel me?
Stop playing with me.
What is big womb energy?
You know what it is?
You that big womb
energy.
Hold on. What does the womb do?
It produces.
Come on, everything you give a woman, it produces life out from it.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
I'm talking ideas. You nurturing that idea.
Right.
You feel me? You nurturing the masculine. You nurturing everything around you.
Right.
See, that's the beauty of the masculine and the feminine and how they work together.
And the balance.
You feel me? Like even when we born, you got that little sperm. It spirals. The feminine energy calls it. It don't find its way. That's the science of it. It calls it.
Right.
So when you're around that energy, it's gonna call. It's gonna bring out those ideas in a man. It's gonna make him want to grow more. It's gonna make him want to produce more. There's certain women you get around, and it's like, damn, man, I gotta get around that energy again.
Yeah.
She made me want to go 10 times harder. She spoke a certain kind of life in me. You ain't got no big womb energy. Why you deserve big dick? I'm just saying.
You done spoke a little word now.
No lie, niggas be telling me I got big womb energy.
Because them two go together.
Just saying. In so many words.
Okay, so what advice can you give to men that need to tap into their masculinity or women that need to tap into their femininity?
There's a good book by Queen Afua that I think everybody should tap into. I just did an interview with her not too long ago on my channel, and that's one of the things that she helps. You understand me? Womb wellness. You understand me? Women to tap into that nurturing womb energy that they have.
Okay.
Right? Because other than that, women become so external and into the world and so logical like a man that they don't tap into any of that. They always in here, never in their heart, never in their womb, always in those fluctuating emotions, right? And so a woman has to go through those cleanses, right? Like that's why people make fun of like women that have the sage and the crystals and they got the plants, but that's a feminine woman. She tapped into the spirituals.
We like, now why are we in it?
I'm just saying, like, you gotta have some of those things because when you go on social media, right, we think that the filters and all of that would attract a man, but when he done looking at your face, you know he want to fall into your grace. You feel me? He want to be able to relax.
We done with your face, he want to fall into that grace.
You better put that on a shirt before we do.
It's already. Call my trademark lawyer. Tell her. Lock that one in. Tell her lock that one in.
Okay, so we got another thing we want to tap into. Okay, so I'm gonna switch these topics around real quick because since we're talking about this,
we should talk about the third one.
Yeah, because you were talking about like the opposites attracting and all that stuff. So you said something about like the dependent man and the independent woman go in opposite directions.
Yes.
And the dependent man can't depend on, and the dependent woman depends on no one.
Right. So I believe that the independent woman and the dependent man are both machinations of white supremacy, specifically for the black family.
This is what I love. Let's talk about them crackers.
Yeah.
This is what I'm ready to talk about.
Them turkeys.
So let's look at it. Let's deal with the math here, right? If a woman is dependent on the man, right, then they have usefulness and purpose for each other, right? If a man cannot be depended on, she don't have any purpose for him because she can't depend on him,
right?
Because he's dependent. He's not independent. Nobody can depend on him. Right. So now they are opposites of each other. They go in opposite directions. Right. When a man is stripped of his masculinity, if you go during slavery time, the first thing they had to do was emasculate the slave. Because a man that's within his masculinity, his testosterone will make him want power and will and control his own circumstances. A masculine male, like testosterone, makes us want to win. Right? When we lose, we are emasculated. You understand me? That's when men go into stress and then go into anxiety and they become weak. Right? During recessions, they actually make a lot of weak times for men. Right? So what you want to do is, look at the dynamics of how to bring those families back together. Right? A man that can be dependent on, a woman gonna be looking at him multiple women gonna be looking at him. You understand me? Because that's why the whole conversation around high value men came out, because women were trying to figure out, like, damn, how do I get a man, right, that's worthy, where you can find that balance again. A lot of women don't want to admit the fact that they don't like this independent shit. You understand me?
I admit it.
Every day.
Lonely, got them a couple of dollars, keep posting it on Twitter like I'm independent, I'm happy, goddamn sitting over there with that couple noodles and that wine, going through it right now with the cat on the side.
This your second sub.
Listen, I don't, come on.
We beat up.
No, we good.
It's
we
real
good.
shady around
It's
here.
getting real shady.
I'm here to help. I'm the cleaner.
Okay.
Right? So no, but in real life though, I know, no disrespect to the cat ladies. You know what I'm saying? That's chilling and everything. That's they bae. And then otherwise, women make their son they bae, right? That's their new king.
Not pray for Jaden. That was literally our last episode name.
Jaden is my king.
Oh no, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
My son is my king.
No, that's a little prince. You understand me?
Right.
You gotta have an actual king in the house, right? And so when you go look at the dynamics of what happened to us in 1555, first thing they had to figure out was how to break up the family. You understand me? Because, and you got to remember, all throughout slavery, that whole entire time, we found a way to keep the family together.
Right.
It wasn't until modern times, right, when you're talking about welfare state, that actually started to split up the family. So we made it through 400 plus years of slavery.
That's wild.
And then modern politics broke up the black family.
Right.
And then drugs and, all of these different codes and law that they have today. And now the masculinity is no longer celebrated.
Right.
You understand me? Like, you're not going to see that in no campaigns. Matter of fact, black men and women being together not celebrated. Go when you go through the airport in Atlanta, go show me a black couple that's on the wall during a campaign advertisement. You understand me? You gonna look at these shows and show me where there's black families that's being celebrated. We only had one really good black family that was wholesome, and now Bill Cosby is.
I was about to say, I knew you was about to say that.
I'm just saying, you got to think about how they destroy every
Crazy
image of black family in our minds, to where we don't have no actual examples.
Carl Winslow would like a word, because he's still strong. Okay.
Well, he got a black beautiful wife and family and stuff. I don't know.
I mean, Family Matters. There ain't nothing came out about Family Matters.
No, see,
I think he's talking about in real life.
We talking about real life, because everybody talk about Black Life Matter, but Family Matters is way more important.
Right. No,
You understand me? Because that's what actually, you talking about somebody in the household that's protecting the child. Like, when you're talking about toxic masculinity don't really exist. Because masculinity is not toxic. The issue is that the men that aren't masculine are the toxic ones. You understand me? Because masculinity comes with the principles. It comes with the values.
That makes sense.
Right?
That
So,
does
like,
make sense.
men that don't have fathers in a household are the ones that are the toxic ones.
So they're not masculine. They're
not masculine
at all.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
It's the
sense.
lack of masculinity that's
That
toxic.
makes them act like that.
You
That's what
understand
they
me?
call bitch made in layman's
Hoeing.
Yeah. and in proper English, yeah.
Right. Exactly.
The King English.
We're not talking in cursive.
We ain't talking.
You feel me? Y'all might get a translator. I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm gonna co-sign it. Yeah.
We gotta break it down for the people.
Okay, but no, that does make sense though, because I do feel like sometimes, but I feel like a lot of women feel like we have to do that. Like, we have to be independent, because a lot of these men we cannot depend on. You can't.
Now, and that's why I very much empathize, because with men being so emasculated, I was always taught that where there's no good woman, there was a no good man who made her that way. Right? So in the sense of where we talk about women being in a certain position, you can always find the common thread that there were men that traumatized them or treated them a certain way to where they're now in that position. Right? If you want to change the foundation of any nation, then you go towards the woman first.
Right.
Because she is the one that's going to teach generations to come. Right? So I empathize with the fact that women now have to put themselves in a position to be more masculine, because men are no longer filling in those shoes. Right? And so it's now our time as men to step in that position to be so impressive that she not looking at no other man. Ain't a white man that can get her. No Luis Sanchez ain't jumping in. You understand me? No Asian jumping in our women DMs. She's so impressed over here what we got going on that she locked in with us.
Okay.
She like, nah, you feel me? All of the big dick energy over here with the gods. So,
well, see, I have this theory, and I want to know if you feel this way. I just feel like social media has fucked up the dynamic between women and men. Like, I just feel like it's just not the same no more. And it's because we have so many other people to look at that people are like, oh, well, this girl is independent. I want to be like her. So it's no value in being like the housewife or taking care of the home anymore. Now everybody want to be an independent boss bitch, which nothing is wrong with that. But I do personally feel like if you want to get a good man, you have to kind of still know how to submit.
Yeah, I mean,
of course, I agree.
And not kinda, you do need to know how to submit. You do know
but
how
I also feel like on the other end of the spectrum, it's kind of opposite. Now, you know, it's the same thing with the rapper's girlfriend trend. I don't want to say it's a trend, but kind of everybody wants to be, they do want to be a stay-at-home mom, but they don't want a stay-at-home wife, but they don't want to do nothing. They don't want to bring nothing to the table. No, and I will say, we make jokes about this all the time, but, you know, when people ask what we bring to the table, the long-running joke, people be like, pussy. And that's it. And that, you know, but I'm saying, like, as a woman and as a man, y'all both have to bring things to the table. Right. You know, it's like nobody wants to work for a relationship anymore. Everybody just thinks it's going to be easy. They're going to find a man that's going to sweep them off their feet. I mean, I literally posted this on my close friends the other day because I was so shocked because it was like a girl who had got pregnant for like a married man. And I just feel like that's the times we're in because at the end of the day, oh, he got money. I'm going to have his baby. But that's the times that we're living in. Oh, and people looking at her like, oh, well, she winning. She got her Beady Bee and she got pregnant by him. I feel like society and like you said, social media is really like, it's really poison right now. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a great outlet because it shows people what they can accomplish. Right. Because it's great to get online and see so many young black people, you know, thriving and becoming successful. And I feel like it's also gave people a platform to make money. Like, it's so many people who have literally become millionaires off of social media. Right. So I feel like it's great for that reason because it's giving us opportunities that we didn't have 20 years ago and stuff. But I also do feel like, yes, it's poisoning people's minds. It's giving them unrealistic expectations when it comes to relationships, when it comes to dating. I feel like even us, you know, I'm not saying just the people that watch the show, like us included too. It gives you an unrealistic expectation.
Absolutely. Most of those, you know, Instagram creates fake intimacy. You understand me? To where you feel like you actually connected with people care about you, all of those different things.
Right.
And it makes you want to use that. And then it makes you not actually source that in real life. Right? So relationships are no longer based on real intimacy. You understand me? But when you do get it, oftentimes, and I'm talking about in a real sense, you oftentimes start using social media a little less because you're no longer looking for intimacy online. Right? Now, the issue when you're talking about over comparison, that's a bad narrative that exists in society because that happens. Where the algorithms are set to keep showing you things to keep you on this app and keep you looping. So, damn, the algorithm already know who thick. You feel me? So they gonna show you who
pop
thick.
Up every time.
They know they looking, they reading your facial expressions, knowing who bad. So I'm gonna keep showing you the bad ones because this gonna keep you on social media longer. You feel me? So
I'm sorry.
And no, but what happens is that now you stuck on social media just looping and watching and watching and watching. And so everything on social media is feeding your lower nature, your animal side. Nothing is feeding your spiritual and having you thinking higher. So now you attracted to people because of lust. It ain't got nothing to do with love. So love is no longer ruling relationship goals. Lust is. Whether you lusting after another couple in the way that they built their life, which is probably not real on the back end because we see that all the time. One person make them their couple goals. Next thing you know, the police is breaking them up because they got some issues at the crib. So it's like, you know, and then most women don't look like how they look, you know, in real life. You feel me?
Relate, so, but I feel you.
Period.
Absolutely, man. Y'all beautiful in real life. You feel me? But everything is fake though. So
no, yeah, you're right.
It's a theory called the dead internet, saying that basically 80% of the internet is fake. You understand me?
Yeah.
Most of the things on the internet are all just repeated, and most of them are created by algorithm computers, right? Like if you go on the internet, how much is actually fresh and new and creative, and like all of these people, we talking about billions of people on the internet, and everybody just copy each other and put out the same thing,
right?
Right? It's not. The internet is actually a very small place, and it's only meant and built to keep you looping on there forever. It's a business, and you the product, right? And that's why, like now with Web3, it's kind of like changing that whole thing to say that no, you no longer the product, you the owner. And so, but that's a whole nother conversation. But when it comes to relationships, it destroys your ability to think and feel long term. Like my parents had to write each other. You understand me?
Where
are you from?
Hey, hold on. Let me give you a breakdown. So
how old are you?
No, look, my parents met in jail though.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Now,
So,
see, now I feel bad.
Me too, damn.
No, but still though, you know what I'm saying?
Bad joke.
Mom's is 60, pops is what, 70, so they were still born in the time before, cell phones.
Right.
So, but you got to think that energy that happens when you got to write a person, you got to really be specific about what you feel, your intentions, you got to be poetic as a man, then you got to be patient enough to wait for the reply to come in. You understand me? That's a completely different type of energy than a microwave relationships and love that we have nowadays.
Right.
You can slide a DM into the baddest woman in the world and she might just reply.
If you got that blue check, she gonna respond.
You understand me? So, I don't know nothing about not response, but I'm saying
No, y'all gonna stop subbing me because I ain't do nothing.
I'm just saying though, so like that really changes the dynamics of how people think about relationships and love. Like we want everything fast.
Yes.
And then we don't appreciate what we have because we're always looking at what could be better. And oftentimes it's not. That's the reality.
I feel like that's an advantage that our parents and grandparents definitely had. I mean, you didn't know what was going on with the next person.
Right.
Now, everything is on display.
Yes.
So even if you got a good girl at home that does everything that you want her to do and she seems like the perfect woman, you still getting on Instagram, which essentially to me is a catalog.
It's shopping mall. That's
a shopping mall.
It's a dating site.
Yeah.
It really is.
And so you getting on there and you seeing another girl, you like, damn, she better than my girl.
And she really not though. She probably
Really
got hella
not.
issues, stress, depressed. You feel me? Probably
lazy.
Don't even look good in real life. Filters is going crazy.
Now
you
she ain't
understand
got
me?
no edges.
I don't know about the edges, But at the end of
You
the
don't
day,
got no edges on that thing.
No, she talking to you.
oh no, I'm solid.
Okay,
I'm a 10 for 10 under here.
Why you looking at me?
No, this God body energy under here.
Okay, just making sure.
I just cover it with the universe just to remind me who I am. You understand me?
I know that's right.
Universal
Lexi,
knowledge
what
all the way
y'all
around.
did?
Oh, I just had to know because sometimes people be trying to cover up their head.
No, I got one of the raw.
He got a fade.
Okay.
No, because I gotta think about like what day somebody might snatch it off. What if I'm fighting? Ain't nobody gonna snatch it for real. That ain't gonna happen.
What would you do though if somebody snatched it off?
Somebody getting stumped out.
Not you got gangster with it.
No, listen, I grew up Muslim. We grew up militant. It ain't gangster. It's just being a man. You understand me? So if somebody do that, then they gotta be prepared for that.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, my lining once they take it off though, I'm gonna be camera ready though. You feel me? So that's what I was saying. Like, no, we good under here though. That's what I was getting to.
Okay.
You feel me?
He said not that spray paint cool.
Nah, that ain't cool. I don't like all of that new stuff. People putting on wigs and stuff.
It's called a MIG.
No, it's called sucker.
All right. Okay, so wait, I got one. I want to touch on this before we move on to the bed topic, because I want to talk about a third eye. You were talking about that as well. Because, I feel like my third eye is definitely closed because there's a lot of fuck shit going on. I need to see. I can't see.
Oh, yeah, I got another gift for y'all, too. I got to give y'all this gift.
Is it a third eye?
No, it ain't no third eye.
Okay.
It might help you unlock, though.
I need to unlock.
Now, I feel like mine be
I only got one, though.
The shit.
So
okay, what is
these
this?
right here, these my soul tie cards. I made these a while ago.
Okay. I'm scared.
No, so these are 19 different exercises you can do with a partner or so to get y'all deeper. You feel me? Ooh. So instead of this microwave love, you get to tap into them soul ties. You feel me?
Oh, okay. And where can we purchase these at? Because I need
They're on
this.
They're on my site.
Okay. Wait, you know what? Put it to the side. We're going to say that for the bed.
But let me get back to the third eye.
Yeah, we're going to say that for the bed. Put that to the side. We're going to say that for the bed. Okay, so let's talk about the third eye real quick.
So, I talked about my third eye experience. Kundalini Experience is what it's called. Basically, you're talking about tapping into having your spine become electrical and then it ignite your pineal gland, which is a very real thing that we have in our brain.
All right, you're talking in cursive.
So, when you go to sleep and you imagine, what part of the brain you use. You understand me? When you have imagination and you close your eyes and you can still see, that's your third eye.
Okay.
You understand me? So everybody actually utilizes their eye because you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. Mm-hmm. You understand me? And so the third eye, it becomes decalcified because, some of the things that we eat, right? So like even alcohol, processed foods, and a multitude of different things, they go calcify your pineal gland. You understand
beans cancel that? Just because I like beans, so
I mean maybe some navy beans.
Oh,
so get that small white navy beans, spice it up. You understand me? It's gonna pull out that radioactivity that's going on.
Gotcha. I just had to ask. Keep going. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. She can ask no such thing as a dumb question.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We here to support each other.
So certain things that we consume block our third eye.
Yeah, so it calcifies it. You understand me? Because of too much calcium buildup. So when you get that calcification process, then that can block some of your psychic abilities, intuitive powers. You understand me? And so, that happens from fluoride and toothpaste and the different things that you use. So that's why people like to eat holistic and healthy so that their body can be clear. You got to think our ancestors never ate all this processed food.
Right.
Ancestors never ate all this artificial food. Every food that they ate was organic. It had a lot of sun and energy. So their whole body was like a light being body. They was tapped in. They was tuned in. Their ideas and information was processing at super speed. Our current generation, man, they slow. You ever walked outside and had a conversation with somebody?
Hell yeah, they do be slow.
Man. So now we got to get back to a point where, number one, fasting, like I said, fasting is the number one key for us. Okay. Right? When you fast, you allow your body time to regenerate, right? Your body is usually constantly feeding toxins within your body. And when you stop eating, it kills off those toxins and those germs and all those different things that exist within your body. So therefore, now you can become clear. Okay. We overeat, we under-mineralize, and we over-chemicalized. You understand me? And so when we got so many chemicals, our body is overworked. So therefore, it never has time to actually become clear.
So we can't drink at all.
My suggestion that some scientists
gonna stay closed.
Some scientists say that you can have a little red wine. You understand me? Some people combated that, but they said a little red wine maybe. But alcohol is a natural depressant. You understand me? So, for the most part, even when you drink too much alcohol to the point where you're getting blacked out, you actually don't have an immune system at that point, right? So, you're more susceptible to STDs, you're more susceptible to any sicknesses that you may receive. And think about the times that we do it. We do it when we're around the most germs. We're around strangers and people we don't know. And we just drinking and drinking and drinking. Like the sister of Buddha. No, but that's a real thing. Like, we don't really think about our bodies in terms of health because we live as if we're gonna die tomorrow sometime. Instead of living like we want to actually live a long life. Like, we can't talk about wealth and money and all these different things if you don't actually plan on living to enjoy it. Yeah. And not where you getting Alzheimer's, you can't remember nothing, you waking up foggy, you got to drink hella caffeine and stuff. I'm talking about actually having a good quality of life. Like, I want my brain to constantly be able to retain information.
So you're vegan?
No, I'm healthy.
You're not vegan, though?
No.
Okay.
But you don't drink or smoke?
But you don't drink, smoke. I'm sure you don't eat, like,
not even one little weed?
One little weed, no. I used to smoke. I'm gonna smoke. I would smoke a whole, not one little weed.
Okay. But let me ask you, like, what does the because I wanted to ask this because I have a reader and like she does my readings all the time. Shout out to Sade, I absolutely love her. So what she noticed about me, what did she say, Dre? It's like, what did she say I was?
She said she's an empath.
Yeah, it's like, so a lot of times I see a lot of things, and sometimes I'll see something and I'll ignore it and then it ends up happening. Or sometimes I see things, I can't recognize what it is, and I'll just, like I said, ignore it and it ends up happening. This always happens to me.
Or you can feel other people's emotions.
Yeah, like it's a lot of things. Yeah. So that's why I was like really wondering how to unlock it. So I gotta stop drinking.
Yeah, you stop drinking, and clearing your body out, and then there's certain things that you can eat as well. Like, we got nootropics that we have, right? So we got the shrooms, we got the gold water, right? We got the sea moss pills, and then we combine it in different concoctions to where it actually help your brain. The gold water will help with that pineal gland, so allow you to tap in, and your body is electrical. You feel me? So we got you over here, though.
Okay, because I'm going to need some of that, because I need to figure out what's going on.
I don't even worry about it. So how long have you not been drinking?
I think the last time I drank, I had gotten in a fight. I was on some Hennessy. And somebody started it with me, but I definitely finished it.
You took your headband?
Hell no. But what happened was Buddy was tripping, and then I was on that Hennessy, so I'm tripping with you, and then it turned into a situation. But that was years and years ago.
Also, it's been a while since you had this.
It's been a long time. You understand me? But I don't feel any need, like I'm already on a high at all times.
So you just stopped cold turkey?
Yeah. Yeah, because there were things, number one, the way I looked at it is there were things way bigger than my need to drink, especially socially. You feel me? I thought about, like, what if I get in type of situations and I could mess up everything that I got going on.
Right.
You feel me? So I would rather be responsible, and I'd rather be clear, and I'd rather have my mind, and I don't like picking up anything that I can't drop at a moment's notice. So I always test myself to make sure that I have full control over my faculties.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I don't have an addictive personality. It's super easy for me to stop doing things. 'Cause we actually both just stopped smoking hookah. Like, we haven't done that in months.
Y'all should do mullein. So mullein is a tea that you can actually smoke as well, but it detoxifies your lungs. So it pulls out all of the stuff that's been in your lungs because of the hookah.
Okay.
So that's another thing.
I like mullein tea.
Yeah, Muellin. They got some at Wadala out here in ATL. You can get the gold water there too.
Okay, cool. I haven't smoked hookah since like November. It's been a long time.
Yeah, for me, it's been since I think March.
Yeah, man, that hookah. You know, hookah is just one of them social things you do.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Definitely not good for you.
And I detox from drinking. Like, I definitely have not had a drink for like 60
That's
days
why I said
before.
this is the first drink I've had.
Like, I need some wine.
Yeah, this is the first drink I've had in a while, but I'm gonna stop one day, baby.
Me
Still,
we're gonna get gold water on the show, and then y'all just sip some gold water during the show.
So what exactly is gold water?
You're taking it too far.
No, I'm trying.
I be a little sippy sip. It's called pour mines now.
I know, but you can still pour something else. You feel me? It didn't say pour wine. It's called pour mines. You feel me? Go pour some gold in your mind. We're gonna be locked in.
I'm just kidding. We'll try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it.
So what did you say it is again?
Oh, it's gold water. So gold water is basically what it sounds like. Is gold within the water, small gold particles.
Okay.
This was something that was started by the ancient Egyptians. Actually, they used to drink gold in that water. You know,
I've had gold Slagger before. It's a liquor.
Bitch, what the fuck is Slagger?
Y'all never had gold Slagger before? It's like a little.
Excuse us, she grew up around. For a long time.
That makes sense.
Till she was like 18.
What you mean that makes sense? It's your third slut, my boy. It's your third one now.
I'm just saying.
Who knew what? Everybody
never heard nobody say Slagger.
Y'all never heard. Oh, anyways, it had a little gold flakes in my bed.
Nah, so basically, you know, we born with 0.02% gold within our body.
Okay.
So by increasing the amount of gold within our body, and it's there to electrify our body, our nerve endings. Like, we mostly water, and you can electrify that water within the body. So now you have more conductivity within your body. You got more energy. Your mind is thinking. Your aura field is more activated. It even helps you to have a deeper sleep, so you waking up clear-minded, things of that nature. So the ancient Egyptians believed that it was an elixir for immortality. I believe it was Nefertiti that used to take it, and, you know, you put it on the face. Sometimes they put gold in beauty products for that reason.
Yeah, they do.
Because it help clear the micro tears in the skin and pull down inflammation as well.
Right.
You feel me? So you want to be on that gold.
So you got a skincare routine?
Yeah.
I know that's right. I love some good.
It's called Godly and Fine.
You know what?
Period.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lex P.
And it's your girl Dre Nicole.
And we outside this summer. Y'all know what time it is. It's tour time.
I'm so excited for the tour, and we are going to the number 1 and number 2 requested places that everybody been asking us to go. And you already know who on the list first:
Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, Columbia, Birmingham, Chicago, New York. Y'all, we are outside. When I tell y'all this show, we have a lot of special guests coming.
Yep.
Y'all just gonna be blown away. It's gonna be so much fun. Let me tell y'all how you know when you're drunk. If
It'll make you oily.
Not only that, but if you start talking like Drea. So make sure y'all get your tickets right now. Go to pourminds.com. Y'all don't want to miss out.
And you never know, we might add some more days.
Oh, we definitely gonna add some more dates.
So let us know if it's a city that we missing that y'all want us to come to.
And y'all know they gonna sell out, so don't be asking us, oh, when y'all gonna come back? Get y'all tickets right now. Pourminds.com. We'll see y'all this summer.
Link in the bio.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lex P.
And it's your girl Dre Nicole.
And y'all know we are all about health right now. And surprisingly, over 97% of women aged 19 to 50 are not getting enough vitamin D in their diet. And 95% are not getting enough of their recommended daily intake of omega-3s.
Yes, so it's very important to take a multivitamin every day because sometimes you're missing certain nutrient gaps in your diet, and Ritual's 18 plus multivitamin can help fill that.
Yeah, so they also just released the Symbiotic Plus. So it has prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics all in one minty capsule. So right now, Ritual is offering our listeners 10% off of your first 3 months, y'all. That's 3 months just to get your health right. So visit ritual.com/poorminds and turn healthy habits into a ritual. That's 10% off at ritual.com/poorminds. Get your health on.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the bed. The bed. Bow. Okay, so I want to talk about this because I saw this quote. And I'm not gonna lie, after scrolling through your page, I'm like, I know he got something to say about this too. So the quote says, "A man who isn't a slave to his sexual urges is a focused man. Mm-hmm. A focused man is a dangerous man."
That's a fact.
So do you feel like most men, though, are slaves to their sexual urges?
100%. I think that, like, I put this together after listening to Minister Farrakhan. There's a chart when you take two triangles, right? If you take a regular star like the one on my head, mm-hmm. it represents arm, leg, arm, head. Then there's another point to the star where it's pointed down like towards your groin area, mm-hmm. right? Now it represents your energy is either pointed up here to logical thought processes, you mm-hmm. understand me? Or it's pointed down here to like lust, you understand me? And you being controlled. Most of the things that's in society is going to point you down here. Mm-hmm. So you're always thinking with this head instead of this head.
Right.
And then when you're making decisions, you're less intelligent because you got more blood going down towards here rather than up here. So for most men, not being able to have control over yourself, then you can be easily swayed and you can be thrown off your discipline at any point in time. Mm-hmm. You understand me? So, and then women know that they want a man that is more in control of themselves, that they want to have to go for rather than one that's already ready to go. You understand me? I think you have more power and control of yourself, period. And you can control the world, but that goes into just the power of self-control.
Right.
You understand? You have to ask yourself, if you ask yourself right now, damn, I want to stop. If you smoke weed, you say, I want to stop smoking tomorrow. Could you? For a lot of people, the answer truthfully would be no. Mm-hmm. And if they can't, then what controls you? Right? Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with men. It's the same thing with sex. Sex is one of the most powerful energies on the planet Earth. Like, we literally produce life when we have sex. Right. That's an electrical energy. So being able to control that, you now being able to store that energy for creativity, for focus, for discipline, for power, for will. So a man that has the ability to control that energy can control himself, and he can't be controlled by nothing else.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that goes into, every woman says that, pussy run the world and things like that, because most men are a slave to that. And mm-hmm. Women say this all the time, I got that good, he ain't going nowhere. But I feel like I don't want a man attached to me because of how my sex is or how I feel. Yeah. It feels very surface level. You know what I'm saying? So having
and that doesn't control a man at all.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the only reason he around, then that has no staying power.
Because then he might want to compare somebody else and see if they got that same thing.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, but I'm saying, I think that's what a lot of women say and do, and they feel like, pussy good, I'm gonna be straight always.
That's almost like when a man puts his money in front of himself, then a woman put hers in front of that because she don't know her other value. Mm-hmm. You understand me? So
I agree,
it's the 100%. Same thing.
I agree 100%.
And then you usually get two insecure people who come together and only meet for those reasons.
Yeah.
Even exchange, they can be where they at.
Transactional relationships.
Yeah. So why do you feel like a focused man is dangerous?
Because when you are able to take any thought that you have and you have the ability to focus, you can bring any thought into reality. Mm-hmm. Like when a man really is moving towards purpose and his edge in life, the things that make him strong, that means that any thought that I get, I become pregnant with and I can give birth to it. Mm-hmm. You understand me? That's dangerous because specifically for black men, we powerful as hell.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And when we know how to focus, anybody that can concentrate, which is focus for a prolonged period of time, in specific manner, then they can pull their will out. So now I want to start controlling the world. Gotcha. Right? Like the Constitution was only written in like 4 months or so. And those were men coming together, concentrating their energy together. And now look, we all living off their laws. Mm-hmm. You understand me? So when men are able to focus, they can do anything with their passion and their power. Right. So the moment that you take the one issue that black people have is focus.
Right.
Like
I can agree with that.
If we can just focus, we win that moment. Like if today all black people just got focused, tomorrow this earth is ours. Mm-hmm. Why? Because culture is ran off us. You understand me? We influence everything in the world, every field, right, that you look at across the border. So we was able to collectively focus our minds together, then we have an infinite amount of power. So the biggest issue that we have is that the devil is keeping us distracted. The mind of God is focused. You understand me? He takes his purpose and he can produce that into reality. Ain't nobody can stop him. You trying to sway me over here, I ain't looking over there. I don't want nothing to do with that. Devil trying to tempt you over here. Like, no, fall off your square. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm going to build on what I'm doing and I'm going to keep moving forward. Right? When you find a man at that focus, and then every woman in the world go love him because she can see what he sees. She see that purpose. She see that vision. She see that power that he got. Like, damn, that's a man of purpose. He ain't even looking at me. Agreed. But everybody else looking at him.
Yeah, I don't like men that be falling victim to their sexual urges. Like, I don't want nobody who be fucking everybody.
Oh my God, that is like the worst
or who
type
fuck
of man.
with everybody. And don't get me wrong, like in my past when I was younger, I have dated guys like that. But now that I'm older and I'm more mature, and then on top of that, I just feel like we have way more to lose these days.
Absolutely.
So I can't afford to be out here messing with those type of men.
I mean, nobody wants somebody that's easily accessible.
I don't think that that's true.
Everybody wants somebody who's stiff.
I don't feel like everybody.
Well, me. Let me speak for myself. Like, I don't want somebody who is like easily accessible. Like, I don't want somebody who feel like, oh, well, if I see him, I'm gonna get him. You know, like sometimes women do see that, and sometimes women.
I mean, because it's a lot of men that you can see them and be like, I'm gonna get him,
right?
Get him.
And I don't care who he with, because I know he gonna move.
He gonna go,
right? Because they do be on go.
Yeah,
they be on go. Okay, so now we gonna get into the bop. Hey.
The bop.
Hey.
The bop. Bow. 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 Why
that
you
was
let me hang?
Because that was a high pitch. I like it. It was giving a remix. Okay, so my bop of the week that I've been jamming this week is by Aaron Ray. A lot of y'all sent this to me. Well, not this specific song, but this artist. He's an R&B artist. I think I actually had him as my bop of the week a while back, but I didn't listen to his whole project. But he has a song featuring Blast. I think that's how you say his name. And it's really dope. He is a vibe. It's called Bad Idea, and it's basically talking about him dealing with a girl, and it's just a bad idea, but he caught up in it. So yeah, Aaron Ray, and it's spelled ARIN Ray, featuring Blast, Bad Idea. Love it. Good song. I've been jamming it.
What you got over here?
My song is Mind Your Business.
First off, bitch, mind your period. Lakia did that. Shout out to Lakia.
The first line. Okay, so it's Lakia featuring Lotto.
Beat Lotto.
Do she go by Beat Lotto?
I don't know, but I like that. That's a good tag. Beat Lotto.
Okay. Well, yeah. That's the song. That's my bop of the week. I like that song. I think it's cute. I think it's catchy. I think, it's a summer anthem.
It definitely is a summer anthem.
Yeah, it's a great song. So that's my bop. What's your bop? What you been listening to?
Legend by Ampool.
Okay.
Fire. You understand me? That's big guy energy right there. You gotta listen to it. You gotta tap in. It's gonna put you. It remind me of like the spiritual Future.
Okay, so wait, what's his name again?
Everybody like Future.
I know. So imagine the Future was spiritual though.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Fire.
Let me put that in my notes.
Oh no, let me put that in my notes. I want to listen to that.
Me too.
And what's the song called?
That one called Legend.
Legend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he got
check
some
that out. We're gonna check that out. So what other stuff do you usually listen to? Like if I had to
download some of your favorite artists, like 3 favorite artists.
3 favorite artists?
Like on your playlist.
Oh.
What you be riding around listening to?
What I've been listening to. Cause I ain't gonna lie, people make some shit music nowadays.
Thanks.
I like that last Pusha T album.
Okay, we was jamming that in LA.
We was.
I feel like from what he been trying to do, as he been talking about coke and dope for years, I think he finally actually figured it out, and he actually made a really good album with this. I think the Kendrick Lamar album, I can't consistently listen to it, but I think he has some cool boppers on there as well. I like Savior and a couple other ones on there.
I was gonna say I take you for a Kendrick Lamar type.
I like Kendrick.
One of my bops last week was Kendrick Lamar.
I like Kendrick. I like how Cole been on the he been killing it lately. I like the song with him and Bia. What's it called?
Oh, was it not London?
No.
What's it
London.
called?
It's called London.
It is called London. Yeah.
London.
It is. I think it is, but it's fire.
Yeah.
His verse was crazy. J. Cole is actually part of the Poor Crew. Believe it or not,
he follows us on Instagram.
He loves the Poor Crew.
Hey, J. Cole.
Shout out to J. Cole. Okay, so that's our bops of the week.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl XP.
And it's your girl Dre Nicole.
And we are here to tell y'all about Dipsea. So if you're a person that has a wild imagination like I do, Dipsea is the app that is perfect for you.
Yes, Dipsea is an app full of hundreds of short and sexy audio stories designed by women for women.
Yeah, so if you ever had a fantasy about your hot coworker with the British accent, your hot yoga instructor, whatever you want to imagine about, Dipsea is the app for you. New content is released every week, so if you like to listen to the same thing over and over again or you want to switch it up, it has everything that you need.
Yes, they have sleep stories and wellness sessions, and now they offer written stories.
Yeah, so for our viewers and listeners, Dipsea is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipseastories.com/poorminds. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to dipseastories.com/poorminds. Tell them that we sent you because it gets hot and heavy over there, okay?
Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl XP.
And it's your girl Dre Nicole.
And we are here to talk to y'all about BetterHelp.
We love BetterHelp.com. I feel like we've been beating it into their head for so long at this point because it has helped us out so tremendously. We both have had a lot that we've been dealing with over the past few years, and BetterHelp has been committed to helping us with all of our issues.
Yes, I feel like there's just so much going on in the world right now. Like, it's a lot, and as a person, you need somebody to talk to and vent that just comes from a unbiased point of view. So BetterHelp is going to do all of that for you.
Yes.
So if you've ever thought about trying therapy and you weren't sure because maybe like money was an issue, you didn't feel like traveling to go to somebody, you can do this all in the comfort of your own home.
Yes, and it's much more affordable than traditional therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
So all of our listeners get 10% off of their first month. So what you're going to do is go to betterhelp.com/poorminds. That's better, HELP.com/poorminds to get 10% off of your first month.
So now it's time for us to get into our favorite segment, which is the Pour Your Heart Out segment. So if you have any questions, you can always send them to askpourminds@gmail.com. You know, let us know your questions. Let us know your testimonials. You know, if we fucked your life up or if we helped you out. Amen. So... Question number 1. Hey ladies, I've been off the dating scene for a little minute now, but recently I found myself trying to get back into the swing of things. I found a guy I think I'm interested in getting to know on a deeper level, but I forgot how to step literally. LOL. I'm wanting to know what's your go-to line for shooting your shot at dudes. I need all the details. Can't wait to see y'all in ATL.
I don't have anything to say because I don't shoot my shot.
Me neither. I literally never.
I'll give us some advice.
Okay.
The best way to flirt, I don't know if the person got businesses and things of that nature, but I'm assuming she's going at somebody that got some things going on. So best way to flirt with an entrepreneur is with a receipt.
Like purchase something from them?
Purchase something.
Everybody about to go buy your book right now.
I love your service, your product. You feel me? Like something that's cause look, you feel me? It got to be something that's aligned with what they already doing, so you're not distracting them. You feel me? Like this is already part of what I'm doing, so I'm gonna reply because this is good customer service.
Okay, but do men because I feel like men are natural, like they like to chase their hunter. So do men like when women hit on them though?
I mean, men like when women hit on them. It doesn't mean that that's gonna be the one that they want. You feel me?
Right.
I think everybody wants to be wanted.
Right.
You understand me?
I can agree with that.
I think that traditionally, you know, for a masculine energy, I think though, when you look at Instagram don't feel like making a first move because it's such a social network that people can find so many different ways to like comment and then create conversation. Unless somebody is being just direct, like, yo, I want you.
Right.
You understand me? Then I think that there's no tact in that. And then that could be a draw because you believe that, yo, she probably doing this in another 1,000 DMs.
Yeah.
So that's a turn off.
Yes.
I don't know. I like to talk to guys that I know for sure want to fuck with me.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I don't never slide in people DM or try to holler at them first because I want to know that you're interested. I guess I want to know that you're interested in me more than I'm interested in you to a certain extent.
I mean, I think women like to be, like I said, we like to be chased.
Yeah.
And men like to chase. So
Men are hunters. We supposed to go after.
Exactly. And I leave it at that. If you want me, you gonna come.
Let me ask y'all a question before y'all go to the next question. Do y'all believe that women supposed to propose?
Hell no. Braid grass is what I would
count
do
sand
before I propose
one by
to
one.
a nigga.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, we on the same.
You know how hard that probably would be to break ribs? So yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Propose to a man. I feel like if a man wants to marry you, he's gonna ask you to marry him. If he have, it don't matter how many years y'all been together. If y'all been together for 15 years and you impatient and you like, I want us to get married, and he haven't proposed, it's because you're not the one. It's
That's a super fact. That's a super fact.
I 100% agree. I'm never.
He haven't asked because you're not the one. You're probably a placeholder.
Facts, big facts. We're gonna talk about that next episode. Placeholders. Okay, question 2. Hey ladies, so I'm accustomed to dating Beady Bees, but I'm tired of these niggas and I'm ready to settle down. I'm dating a Beady Bee and he has got me big gifts in a year we've been dating. Watch, jewelry, and money. But I'm used to being spoiled and going on lavish vacations. My love language is gift giving. I think I'll prefer small gifts, bags and shoes every month versus huge gifts every 6 months. He is just not thoughtful, but when he does get me something, he does it big. Can y'all imagine fucking and being loyal and not receiving shit for months? And he is boring, a Capricorn. But he is fine and comes off extremely loyal. It's hard to find a fine and loyal nigga with money. So am I tripping, or is this just a mature adult relationship? Or should I move on and find a fun, thoughtful guy?
I'm going to say, you need to move on so he can get with somebody that appreciates.
Ooh.
Because you in the way.
Ooh.
You writing on social networks, asking that. Nah, if my girl was writing that, I would want her to find somebody else so I could find somebody else.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like maybe y'all aren't for each other.
Y'all not aligning.
Yeah, y'all are not aligning.
She trying to find reasons about, and gifts can't never not be the reason to keep y'all together. So eventually y'all gonna fall out anyway. So you might as well predict the future. You feel me? And go and find you somebody else.
But I mean, she literally said, this is what's confusing me. Like, he's bought me big gifts, watch, jewelry, and money, but I'm used to being spoiled and going on lavish vacations. So I just feel like if he doing all of this stuff, obviously he's not like a broke nigga.
We in a recession, first of all.
She said he's doing it every 6 months, so he's not doing it as often as she'd like.
I mean, but a vacation is the reason why you want to break up with somebody, because he's not taking you on vacations more than every 6 months.
This is what I like to say. I don't like to condemn people for how they thinking.
No, everybody's either. I'm not condemning her, but I'm just saying, like, that just sounds wild.
I think communication is key. So I don't know if she's communicating that with him. You understand me? But if she's not, then that's probably a big issue as well, because she can't just be fostering these feelings,
right? And
not, putting out hints like, yo, I want to go somewhere. So if the brother refusing to take you somewhere, or you just not communicating, waiting on him to plan the next thing.
I mean, she said her love language is gift giving, so I feel like everybody deserves to be loved in their love language. So if that's your love language and he's not giving it to you how you want it, y'all need to go separate ways.
I only said what I said because she said, am I tripping, or is this just a mature adult relationship? I feel like it's just a mature adult relationship. Yeah. She only said they've been dating for a year. He bought you a watch, jewelry, and money.
Come on, man. He done did too much already.
Pause. No, hold on.
He done took you on 2 vacations. I don't know what kind of watch.
Ain't no such thing as too much. But I feel like you're tripping. I feel like that's a lot, though. No, to be trippy.
If you starting off just tricking, then that's too much, right? I feel like the time lets you know that you with the right person. Then it gets to a point where you don't mind giving them whatever because you know you with the right one.
Right.
You understand me? Like, I don't think you need to spend all your money trying to figure out this the right person.
I agree.
Yeah. That makes
but
sense.
Like I said,
and
I
we're
do
in a
feel
recession,
like,
so fellas, save your money.
I didn't say that. We still want our things and we still want to have a good time, but we're gonna have to go a little easy. Like shit getting a little wild out here now. Eggs is $5, y'all.
Let them stack up right now. Be happy you got gas in the car.
I'm telling y'all. Okay, go ahead. Question 3, Drea.
Okay. Hi, Drea. Hi, Lex and Drea. My question is, do you prefer staying with your race within your race to date, or have you considered dating outside of it? If you have dated another race, how was your experience? My problem is I love black men and don't want to disrespect my ancestors, but it's getting hard out here for us black women with the disrespect. Everybody says they are not the same, but it seems nowadays everybody is just settling and getting cheated on. I want a monogamous relationship, and not like the old school either, but one where we do what works for us. Is that hard to find? I'm also hesitant because I'm raising a black son, so I feel like another race wouldn't be able to understand him. I mean, girl, so I've talked about this before on the show. I dated outside of my race one time, and I would not recommend very ghetto. Very ghetto.
we all know I have dibbled and dabbled in other races, and honestly, I used to be all for it because I always feel like, you know, love is love and I don't like to judge people. But for me personally, there's nothing like black love. It's just, it's different. It's unmatched. It's like, especially that you're raising a black son. Nobody can tell him how to navigate this world like a black man. And I do get that it is hard because I'm not gonna lie, I've had the same feelings in the past of feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm limiting myself, but I can't help it. I like what I like. I love black men. I'm not gonna give up. I feel like somebody is out there for me. So I feel like you just have to hold on because I feel like you really do want a black man. That's why you wrote this letter and that's why you said what you said. So if you go date outside your race, you kind of low-key settling because that's not really what you want.
And I feel like you said before too, like, because you had experience dating people outside of your race, he was like, they be ain't shit too.
Yeah,
they ain't shit too. It doesn't matter the race.
Let me tell you, I said that. The first time I got cheated on, it was from somebody from another race. The first time I seen somebody slash some tires, it was one of my white homegirls. Like, it's not, I don't know why people do that. And
the one time I dated a white man, he left me in Miami. And I had to pay for my own flight. Back home.
Don't need no karma.
So, exactly.
Not karma. That was my karma.
So no, I definitely feel like you want what you want and you're attracted to what you're attracted to. I don't like to knock other people, but I know for me personally, experiencing black love and being with a black man, there's nothing like that in the world. So I feel like if you want to try that, I'm not knocking you, go ahead, but it sounds like you really want a black man, so don't settle for something else just because you feel like you're missing out.
Yeah, and y'all just gotta stop feeling like, I don't know, I just feel like, because I grew up in a 2-parent household and both of my parents were together my whole life and they had a very loving relationship. I truly believe that it is like some good black men out there. It's probably not as many as it used to be.
It's about 4 of them. We about to fight over them.
Whoa. First of all, most black women marry black men. You understand me? For the most part, like, that's when we look at successful couples within our reality is black men and black women. I think that the newfound attitudes and culture don't allow us to appreciate each other. You understand me? Anymore. So I think a lot of times you got to check yourself. You understand me? When you're going out looking for somebody. And then number 2, black men are not. You're not settling ever when you want a black man. We are the most wanted, desired men on the planet Earth. You feel me? So that's the max you can go to. Like, there's like this the ceiling. You feel me? Like, there's nowhere else to go after this.
Right.
You feel me? Like, unless you getting a ticket on Elon Musk to Mars or something, and there's some brothers over there, but there's still no guarantee that they gonna be better than what's on Earth. Right. You feel me? So you definitely got to be appreciative, and if you're raising a black son, the best thing for him is to have a black man as an example. You understand me? So you already know what to do. Continue to choose the King of Zamunda.
I know that's right. Not
the King of Zamunda.
I'm weak.
Okay.
Y'all know.
Yes, it is my birthday.
Grow up. Okay, so make sure y'all check us out. Y'all know we on tour right now, so get y'all tickets. Go to fourminds.com. Okay, so wait, before we wrap this up, I want to read one of those cards real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Shuffle it up.
Yeah, I want to read one of those cards. So you said, what do these cards do?
They gonna allow you to have a deeper experience with the one you love.
Okay.
And really, you can have it with a non-monogamous partner as well. You feel me?
I know that's right.
You believe in it?
What?
Multiple families.
I said non-monogamous.
Oh, okay.
Meaning that you're not having sex with them.
Okay.
Not polygamy.
Okay.
No, I believe in one family.
Okay.
You feel me? One beat.
Okay, take essential oil, run it under your nose, and think about what memory comes to mind if with a partner both participate.
Ooh.
So you're going to need some essential oil. You're going to need some sage. You're going to need, I think, a cup of water and a candle.
Okay, let's do one more.
Let's read another one.
But it's mostly going to be things that you've never done with a person that you with.
Okay.
Take a cup of water, speak life into it, then drink the water. If with a partner, give the water to your partner to drink.
I like that.
Me too.
This is very intimate. Like, this got to be with somebody like you're really, really comfortable with.
Like, you got to really be into that.
Yes. Okay, one more.
But they going to really, like, create a strong bond. You ain't going to forget none of these ever.
I know that's right. I need to give me some.
Do one yoga pose. Stretch for 5 minutes while breathing in and out slowly.
I know that's right. I'm going to do the howling dog. I'm sorry. Let's wrap this shit up. I'm sorry. I didn't even know if that's a yoga pose.
I don't think that's a sex pose.
I'm just kidding. All right, okay.
We see where this is going.
Okay, so let everybody know where they can find you at, what you got going on, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so you can find me on IG, YouTube, all under 19 keys. I currently have a show that's trending. It's called High Level Conversations, where we really definitely have very high level conversations. We talk about, ancient wisdom, spirituality, masculinity, femininity, high level intelligence, economics, business, Web3, technology. Like, we really go deep into all different layers of conversation. Because I feel like we don't have enough high-level conversations in our culture. So I want to make sure we have a place where we can vibrate at the highest level and you can get your questions answered. And then beyond that, I have BWO. It's called Block World Order, where we teach people Web3 skills so they can create businesses and jobs of the future. You understand me? And then we also teach them the infinite mindset, where we teach you how to optimize yourself. You understand me? How to redesign yourself, how to understand who you are, what are your strengths, your weaknesses. You feel me? So you can become a more purposeful, focused human being. And then at the end of the day, you can go get you some crowns, books. I got products on products. You understand me? I'm an entrepreneur. So come to the page if you like what we talk about and who we are, what we believe in, and you believe in yourself, then tap into that God energy.
And what's your website?
It's called crowns with a Z19.com. The other one is Goldwater, GOLDE water.com.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yes,
I feel enlightened
on the show. This is a
thank
great
you for having me. This
episode.
is
My third eye winked a little bit. So we're going to close the song out with a song.
Why did you pick out?
Because this is like how you supposed to do in the club. I want to dance tonight. I want to toast tonight.
Hold on, wait. How the
spend my money tonight. Wanna get freaky tonight. I want to dance tonight. I want to toast tonight. I'll spend my money tonight. Wanna get freaky tonight. Sing it, Drea. First thing we need to do is buy a brand new fist for you.
Make sure that you look good. Make sure that I smell good. Let's purchase 2 new Bentleys.
I know that it looks trendy.
She snuck that in there. 2 new Bentleys.
Let me find out Raphael Sadiq is a Beady Bee.
I know that it looks trendy. So glad that it's not with me. Here comes that girl named Johnny, as if she wants to go. Tonight's gonna be hot for sure. Be dancing on the floor. Folks tripping, I don't know. Money flying everywhere. Champagne, we won't go there. Bottles popping in the air. They'll be screaming, I don't care.
First of all, let me say this. Your vocals have gotten amazing.
I feel like it was a little shaky.
It was giving.
It was shaking.
Whitney Houston is shaking right now. R.I.P. to my girl.
Wow.
That was the first thing.
Too far.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
You see how she go there every time.
I didn't mean it like that. Y'all know that's my favorite singer. Shout out to my girl. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Shout out to 19 Keys in the building.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.